continue to be the Browns. And we have a new champion here at Lock It In, and we start right now. Welcome to Lock It In, the show that puts its money where its mouth is. I am your host, Rachel Bonetta. Joining me today and every day, first up, former Caesars odds maker, star of the Bet the Board podcast, and a real deal Holyfield Vegas sharp, Todd Fuhrman. Todd, parlays, teasers, and rock, paper, scissors bets are your Vegas friends giving you the business. Do you have any left, actually?
You know what? After the week I had, everybody that wanted to jump on my coattails, I sent running for the hills. But it's only 1 week, Rachel. Merely a blip on the radar.
You could turn it around. Next up, host of Fox Sports Radio's Outkick the Coverage, best-selling author, and SEC nerd, just a nerd all around, Nashville's very own Clay Travis. Clay, hey, did you happen to catch the Titans game yesterday?
I did, Rachel. It was spectacular. And I came in this morning and I said, you know what our lead story needs to be? And I was told the Titans don't matter.
Ooh.
Rush.
I'm sure you'll have much to say about that later on. Last but not least, our final panelist is an Emmy Award-winning writer and television personality who appears regularly on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Cousin Sal. Hey, Sal, Eric Dickerson has the NFL season rushing record with 2,105 yards. You finished the week, my friend, with $2,119. Are you, in fact, better than Dickerson?
I am, in fact, better. That is not a coincidence. Should I put my crown on now? Is it time?
You can, or we can make a really big deal about it.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
I feel like it fits. I mean, Jimmy the Geek's Nerdapalooza tour is over.
Wow.
I am on top. I had this checked for head lice, and miraculously it came out clean. I'm the new king.
Look at
Get
you
used
go.
to it.
All right, guys, history was made this weekend, and snacks will be eaten. Our very own Cousin Sal won the week and is the Lock It In weekly champion. Sal, is it as sweet as you thought it would be, my friend?
I love it. Look at that. Pickles, coconut, cake. I wasn't going to announce my pregnancy this early, but I guess I have.
Wow. Congratulations. You're expecting twins. All right, Sal. Along with bragging rights, you also get to take one long-form bet off the board. What do you got?
Let's go Rams to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Why not? Plus 350. I think this team has a chance to go 16-0, which I think you could also get like at 8-1 odds, but plus 350. Best coach team, no flaws really. If they want to play defense, they step up. And I know Furman's going to say there's no value in plus 350 for a Super Bowl champ, but there is value because they're going to win the bet. So stop interrupting, Furman. Shut up, will you?
Furman also took like the weirdest bets off the board the last 2 weeks. All right, and quickly, the final spoil of winning the week is the other guys say something nice about you. Todd, why don't you go ahead?
You know what? I'm thoroughly impressed. Sal didn't just go out there and win it by being the toughest Smurf with like $86 while Clay and I went bankrupt. He went out there, he knocked the king off his pedestal by doubling his money and then some. So that Sal gets a round of applause,
There you
my
go.
friend. Job well done.
That was nice, but did he also just call you a Smurf? Did I catch that?
Whatever.
All right, Clay, you're up.
First of all, I'm glad to see Furman usurped. So it didn't matter who won. I was excited to see Furman lose. But I got to say, too, Sal actually made a lot of really creative bets this week. I mean, I was impressed by the strategy in general. He managed to survive Michigan. He managed to also survive the near disaster that was the 49ers-Chargers game in his big bet. And so I got to give him credit. I mean, I think he did a really good job, even going back to the Todd Gurley bet. Creative, smart. He even had Furman playing parlays. That's phenomenal.
That was actually really nice. Sal, what do you want to do with your reign? Do you want to share the wealth a little bit?
You know what? I think as you are my most loyal subject, and I'm going to grant you one wish.
One wish?
Yes, just take
okay,
one
I know
wish.
exactly what I want to do.
What is it?
No, Clay's still here.
Oh,
It didn't
all
come
right.
true.
We'll try later.
It didn't come true. All right, now that we got all of that out of the way, it's on to the day's top stories in a segment we call Handicapping the Headlines. All right, the Patriots blew out the Dolphins 38-7 yesterday to move to 2-2 on the season, even though all seems to be right again in New England. Pats head coach Bill Belichick knows that the short week ahead provides a lot of challenges.
One's a physical challenge, coming off a tough game like we had yesterday, tough division game, and being ready to play on Thursday night physically is challenging because you just have 3 less days to do it in. And mentally, to have to forget about everything that we've worked and studied on for a week and then in really a matter of a few hours, turn that around and totally get into the new opponent.
No wonder they turned things around. That voice just really gets you psyched. The Patriots take on the Colts this week on Thursday Night Football, which you can watch on Fox. Sal, is New England the sure bet to win the AFC East after Sunday's performance? What do you think?
Well, thank you for asking me if they're a sure bet, since I'm the only one who's qualified to offer that kind of advice.
P.S. Maybe take the crown off, because no one can take anyone seriously when they're wearing that thing.
I don't care. I'm wearing it all week, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
So here's what I'm doing. The Patriots were minus 300 entering week 4 to win the division, and they're only minus 400 now. That I don't understand. They demoralized the Dolphins. Tannehill looked like he was having seizures back there at quarterback. I think like he had 100 yards passing in a blowout, which is almost impossible. The Patriots had a pass rush. They had their defense, their wide receivers created separation. Edelman's not even back. What's not to like about the Patriots here? They're going to be okay until middle of January. I like them minus 400 to win the division.
We're back on the bandwagon.
I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on the Patriots, and that's because I think this game was as much about the Dolphins being awful as it was the Patriots being good. And look, that's often the case when you have two different teams playing. The Patriots get 3 straight home games right now. I want to see what they look like coming down the stretch, because they looked old and slow against the Lions. The Patriots came out and dominated against the Dolphins, but how much of that, again, was the Dolphins being awful? And Gronk's injury and everything else, I still think there's drama here with the Patriots. This is a crazy stat. The Patriots have been basically in the mix for so long that anytime you say, oh, the dynasty is over, you set yourself up to look like an idiot. I'm very comfortable looking like an idiot. I'm the only guy who hasn't won on this show yet.
I'm very comfortable with you looking like an idiot.
I'm still not sold on the Patriots. Yeah, I know you are. Yes, indeed.
I actually agree with things that both of you guys said. Sal mentions the Patriots. They deserve to be odds-on favorites. Anyone who watched the other AFC East teams yesterday, Buffalo can't complete a forward pass. At one point in the game, Josh Allen was 3 of 15 in that game. You look at the Jets, they couldn't get over 200 yards of offense. So until you knock off the king like Sal did, you are still the king, and that's New England's reign atop the AFC East. But I do have some concerns. Tom Brady, through 4 games, has his lowest yards per game at a shade under 230. I don't think this offense is nearly as dynamic as what we've seen in the past. It puts more pressure on the defense, and they're going to need a ground game. Sony Michel was really the difference. It forced the Dolphins to respect that ground and pound. But Clay's right. 2 home games coming up. Double-digit favorites against the Colts on Thursday, and then they'll have a showdown in prime time against Kansas City, which should be a fascinating watch.
Sal, I don't want to draw any more attention to this dumb crown that you're wearing, but our producers wanted me to let you know that you looked like the dad from Little Mermaid if he let himself go. That's pretty spot on.
That's why they're stuck in a booth and not out here with us. Gems like that. They'll be banished from my kingdom. Tell them to keep it up.
All right, moving on. The Bears dominated the Bucs.
Wait, hold on. Is that King Triton?
It's King Triton.
King Triton was really good looking and ripped. He doesn't look anything like Woodkey.
All right. Moving on. The Bears dominated the Bucs 48-10 Sunday. Ryan Fitzpatrick started the game for Tampa, but was replaced by Jameis Winston at halftime. Bucs head coach Dirk Cutter was none too impressed with anyone after the game. Take a listen.
We couldn't make enough changes. We should fire every person that was on that field today, starting with me.